Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the Keedex number K-24B cylinder guard ring. This is a 6-pack in a Duranotic powder-coated finish. So a dark bronze type powder-coated finish, sold in a package of 6. Certainly less expensive to buy them this way than individually. I'm going to remove it from the packaging and take a closer look at one of them. Okay. Wave washers are included. Forgive me, that was, I should say wave washers and the cylinder collars are included. Okay, so what you're going to get is the cylinder collar itself. A tapered style cylinder collar. It's going to include a straight cylinder collar as well. It's going to include, they call these spacers. It's going to include 6 washers as well. These are also called wave washers. You can certainly see why we would call it that. It's meant to go together just like that. Okay. So, first of all, what is the cylinder collar used for? Well, obviously to take up the space from the backside of the underside of the head of the mortise cylinder, or a rim cylinder, I suppose. Mortise cylinders generally, and the face of the door. Okay, fill that space. That cylinder is going to sit right inside of here. This is also an it's not only meant to fill that space. Why would you need this collar? First of all, very typical and common that you will have a cylinder that's longer than the application actually requires. So your cylinder is 1 3/8. Well, you really only need a 1-inch cylinder or 1 1/8 cylinder, but you've got an 1 3/8 cylinder. Why do you have that longer cylinder? Well, maybe that's what was shipped to the job for whatever reason. And the reason that I'm saying 1 3/8 is because it's interchangeable core. You might have a small format or a large format interchangeable core, way too long for the sliding aluminum automatic doors that are on the front of the grocery store. Well, you need a cylinder collar for that, and that's where you'll generally see these. You might also just have a typical aluminum storefront, and you might say, well, you know, I really want to work to defeat someone attacking the head of the cylinder. Give me a cylinder collar. Give me a cylinder that's 1/8 of an inch or 3/6 or 1/4 inch longer than necessary. I'll install this collar, and that's where the part of the primary purpose of this hardened steel collar is going to be difficult to be able to get a wrench on top of because of the type of tapered surface area that it presents to the attacker. The head of the cylinder is meant to be disguised nicely underneath the plane of the cylinder collar itself. And then, of course, with the spacer and the wave washer, that's exactly where you're going to be able to fill up that space should you need to. You may not need the cylinder, the spacer ring itself. However, because of that dimension that you see back here, you need to be able to put the key in and turn it. And if the head of the cylinder is too far in this collar, you may not be able to turn the key all the way. Now, the wave washer is there to allow you to thread the cylinder, if it's a mortise cylinder, onto the door to bring it so that the key is in its proper orientation, teeth up, so that you can take it out. And that will prevent things from rattling on the door, because that will marginally compress, allowing you to be able to tighten that cylinder and tighten up the entire installation. Let's take some dimensional properties. The overall thickness of this tapered collar, 0.547. The inside, let's go with the outside dimension. At its greatest dimension, on the backside, 1.73 inch. 1.73. The inside dimension now, where the cylinder is going to pass through, 1.2 inch. 1.2 inch will be here. Now, the distance from the outside face down to where the shoulder of the collar is going to reside, 0.383 inch. So 0.383, right down in here. and then the shoulder distance is the balance of that. The thickness of the spacer is 0.154 inch. Okay, that's not a compatible finish. It's only because you're not going to see this at all. If assuming that you're going to use it, you certainly won't see it. Okay. 6-pack includes the 6 collars, the 6 rings, the 6 washers, wave washers. Accommodates up to 1 1/8" mortise cylinders. If you're using a longer mortise cylinder in your application, you might, this may not be a long enough cylinder collar, but it's generally going to be something that will, I've provided, with the providing of the dimensions, you can determine mathematically if the cylinder collar is going to work. Accommodates up to 1 1/8" mortise cylinder. You can use a longer mortise cylinder. It depends on the rest of the installation. Where's the lock body installed, etc. When installed, these free spinning cylinder guard rings prevent would-be burglars or intruders from forcibly unscrewing the lock cylinder with channel locks, vice grips, or other burglary tools. And that's the other hallmark of the design. This is going to spin on the face of the door. If you grab this and turned it, it will rotate. The wave washer is meant to keep it from rattling on the door, but it will still spin, and that's by design. You want it to spin, and people will add these because that mortise, the head of the mortise cylinder, has been fixed in the door with the set screw. You can, if you can get your wrench on the top of that, you can probably spin it off. The mortise cylinder will stay fixed in this position as this will rotate around it on the outside, and that's, again, by design. Powder coat Duranotic finish, and Duranotic is a term just used for a very dark brown, dark bronze type color. So the 24B, let's take a look at the, let's see what other options are available in this cylinder collar. Pull up the other options, stand by. The other dimension that they have, there are 2 sizes of this. There's the K-24, which we've just reviewed. Then there's the K-24L, and the difference there is the thickness of this collar is basically 0.55 inch. The L version is 3/4 inch, so your dimensions are going to be increased by that 1/4 inch value in the thickness. However, that collar is really intended for that head of the cylinder to sit flush with the outside. So you're really going to be building off that cylinder much more with the longer, or the greater thickness on the collar. There are links below this video to the product catalog, to a technical sheet that's there as well for you to review. It's available in different colors: aluminum powder coated, obviously Duranotic, satin brass, bright brass as well, satin bronze. They can do a black powder coated, which is black is the very common popular finish nowadays. Bright chrome and satin chrome are available as well. Any questions on the Keedex K-24B Duranotic cylinder collars or any other Keedex product, please, before I wrap this up, I've used the term hardened a couple of times. Nowhere is this indicated as being a piece of hardened material. So let's retract the application of the word hardened in relationship to this product. It's not indicated as hardened. Any questions on the K-24B or any other Keedex product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.